So, what's your name?
My name's Richard Ross.
Richard Ross. And you're called Toastcfh.
That's correct.
Toast for the breakfast, and then CFH for...
Cowboys from Hell.
The Cowboys from Hell.
That's correct.
Love the toast. What was your breakthrough moment?
I've had several, like where it's highly noticed or whatever, but probably my involvement with Cyanogenmod.
Cyanogenmod?
Yep.
You're involved into that? And you do kernel stuff with them?
Yeah, I do kernel work and device maintaining and just any sort of platform bring up.
But what was your first phone?
My first device was actually a Dell X50,
Okay.
which is an X-Scale device. After that, I got a Diamond.
Oh, okay.
I got a HTC Diamond Touch. And it came with Windows on it, Windows Mobile.
Is that how you ended up on XDA?
Yeah, actually that's whenever I started looking more towards XDA. Was working, or flashing ROMs and stuff like that on PPC Geeks actually. And the Android development, there were people that were porting Android to these Windows devices.
Yeah.
It was the early phases of Android, like the alpha stuff, like 0.3, 0.4, stuff like that, before even 1.0 or the G1 came out. And anyways, I worked with them. It was the HTC Linux project, and most of their development took place on XDA, like threads and stuff like that.
So you worked with D-Chords and all
Yeah,
that a little bit?
D-Chords, yeah. Great guy.
Good people.
PH Hudson, Bezio, those guys, main influence in the beginning of it all, because I mean, either they'd ignore me when I asked something stupid,
right,
or they'd help me out. So.
Yeah, that's cool.
Give you enough to like get you by and then put you on your own kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I'd worked with Linux before, but really just getting into embedded and stuff, you really have to get down and dirty with it at that point, especially on porting from Windows to that. A lot of kernel work and stuff. But I ended up getting a Hero, the CDMA version of it, after the Diamond, which I was like, yeah, I got an Android device, because that's what all I wanted was Linux on it.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, sadly, whenever I got the device, it wasn't rooted and all this other crap, and I'm not even used to that, because being on the Windows end of it, I mean, you just typed SU and you root, done. Yeah. You know, you're already booting off the SD card. I mean, why I got to go through all this, you know? Finally got Android and I got to go through all this crap.
So you were working with all of the HTC devices there?
Yeah, that's all I've mainly worked on. That's actually all I do work on is HTC devices.
So like Qualcomm.
Yeah, Qualcomm. You're a Qualcomm hater.
Yeah.
I like them. I'm just used to the platform.
Yeah.
Used to the devices, and really like HTC devices, and that's their main thing. I mean, I guess they're starting to go with Tegra or something like that, but
I don't know. Why HTC?
I just really always liked their devices, the way they made them.
Yeah.
I always just liked the quality in the device, the way they looked, and mainly on Sprint, the best devices you could get on Sprint at the time, or actually that I found so far, were HTC devices.
But you've tried the S2. The Epic Touch.
Yeah, the S2. Yeah, I like it. It's a decent device. I just haven't really had time to mess with it too much. I do like the idea of it all, but see, I like the challenge too. And for me, like a Nexus device, it's cool because it's, you know, unlockable and it's already supported by Google, so everything's there. But I like the challenge when shit's broken.
Yeah.
I like it. So fixing things and just tweaking on it.
And HTC is always broken, so.
Yeah, troll. But yeah, I got the Hero, and I worked on it and stuff, and I met a lot of cool developers working on it.
Yeah.
Coming up in it. It was pretty cool.
Have things gotten easier since HTC started HTC Dev?
I guess so. I mean, the kernel source is released on time. I mean, or within a reasonable amount of time. I remember the Hero days.
Yeah.
I think we waited 6, maybe even 9 months for a kernel source. So
wow.
It was pretty rough back then. And then the original Evo, when they come out, we waited a decent little bit of time there too, because all we had was the source from I had some board files for the device, like some engineering board files.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much missing everything and only for certain ones. We
Yeah.
had to kind of reverse and work off of stuff we already knew to make that happen for all of them. And a lot of developers worked on that with me in that project.
Now, I know you're on the Cyanogenmod team, but you like HTC, and you think that they have a reasonable source code release time.
Yeah.
When it's, as far as I've been able to tell, the consensus within Cyanogenmod.
Oh yeah, I mean, well, of course, I'd want it the day before.
Right,
Anytime you'd ask me that, but I mean, it's gotten a lot better than it was. It used to be really bad.
Like a month or so, I think is.
Yeah, it used
what
to be
they're
a lot of the, and not only just HTC, other vendors would do the same, or other OEMs would do the same thing. And it was just, it was a headache. It still is a headache.
Yeah.
I mean, I think for the Evo, the Evo 3D, I went a month or so without even touch. You know, the touch sensor I couldn't do nothing with, and I had to. I was working with another developer on trying to get the HTC touch setup into Cyanogenmod, and we made some progress on it, but it was just it was pretty rough trying to figure out what's going on there. They did some different things with
Why do you do it though? I mean, do you ever feel like just saying, screw this all, I'm not going to bother, because half a year from now it's not going to be worth anything anyway?
No way, man.
No?
It's the challenge of it.
Yeah.
I think just like any other developer,
yeah,
you work on something and it's like everybody says you can't do it. I mean, you got to thank the trolls too, because the trolls tell you, oh, you can't do it, you suck, it's never going to happen. And, when you do get it, I mean, it's like your face turns red, you're standing up at your computer, you're like, what? It finally worked, And it's like, it's a pretty good high to feel like you challenged yourself all this time and trying to do it, and everyone said you couldn't, and you did it, and it's like, bam, it's done.
Yeah.
And the whole team, whenever you have other people involved with it, will rejoice with you, and there's people who will support you no matter what, I think in every project I've worked on, there's always been, people that were, there's the trolls, and there's the people that's like, go do it, do it, do it.
What are you working on now?
In Cyanogenmod mainly, just maintaining, bringing up the 8660 platform.
Okay.
Doing that for the Evo 3D and mainly any other Qualcomm device right now.
What do you do with Team Win? Same thing as Cyanogen?
Yeah, well, we are all developers on the team, and we all play our own roles in the team. Working on different projects. We had Twerp, big success. Working on everybody's kind of doing their own projects right now.
Yeah.
Contributing to other projects that they might be involved in. Destroy, he working on HTC dumb lock to fix the HTC bootloader issue. When you unlock the bootloader, you can't flash the boot partition from the recovery partition, which is stupid because we all need that.
Yeah.
And so HTC fix it. It don't meet our needs, and so he developed an app for it. It's decent. It works. Does what it has to do. Wish we didn't have to do it, but there's that. And Soup's working on a good project with Goo. They're doing a
the goo inside me.
Yeah, the goo inside.
That just sounds way too sexual and creepy. And
I like to think it's go inside me, but it still sounds bad.
Yeah, go inside me.
But I guess they made that name up a long time. Whatever. But they're doing a good service for the community, making build bots and stuff like that, and enabling developers to have their own build bots there, so they could build and release ROMs and release OTA systems and stuff, all free service, and it goes straight to the phone of the user that's using it.
Right.
You download their app.
The Goo Manager.
Yeah, Goo Manager.
So you can manage the goo while it's inside.
Right.
Yeah. But it's like a condom.